Living Witness Missionary Church, where teaching makes a difference.
And each one of these babies' experiences is not good. Because sometimes when they have to go through the change, mothers, is that diaper always clean?
No.
I've seen mothers who love their babies walk with their babies like this. What are you saying? They're saying that there's something about the child that's not sweet and savory to the mother. She still loves the child, but she holds the child at a... What does the Lord say about us? There are some things about us that's not pleasant with the Lord, and He still loves us, but we are at a... Because of the things that we... Because of the things we do. Because of the things we say. Because of the way we act. And I say to men all the time, men, He's desperately trying to get us to come back to Him because we are too cockeyed pride. Hello? We are. I'm talking about myself. I'm there. We are too proudful to become low and humble. Because we got our eyes on the people that's around us. We can't be low and humble because we got to be so proudful for the women that's in our lives. We think we got to hold up our head because of the children that's in our lives. We think we got to keep our chest stuck out. We got to act like we something when we are. So like this today. We got to go through a change. And as children of God, we need a big diaper change. A big change. So, today, the Lord says, I have to try to get you to understand the subject called butt naked. Butt naked. What's the subject?
Butt naked.
And when you're butt naked, you are exposed. Every one of those babies were exposed. Anything could have happened. And when they're exposed, sometimes things do what? Happen. But I want you to see that butt naked is not spelled with B-U-T-T.
Amen.
Is it?
Nope.
I am not talking about the one you're sitting on. The illustration was to help you understand the exposure when you ever do get butt naked. But it's butt naked. In the scriptures, if you go over to James 1, these words are written. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. The trying of your faith worketh patience. The trying of your faith worketh patience. Brother Timothy, you come stand in front of this chair. Face them. I'm going to ask Brother Timothy a question. You have faith that this chair will hold you. You can answer. Y'all hear?
No.
Yes.
Brother Timothy, do you have faith that this chair will sustain you?
Yes.
Then Brother Timothy, sit down. something, or when you know you're able, but it don't work out, go ahead, sit down. It works what? Your patience. What happens to you when your patience is working? I need you to talk to me. You get frustrated. You get irritated. And you become one of those babies where sometimes they don't want a fast change. Because those babies don't always volunteer to be what? And what do those babies start doing when it comes time for a change? Crying, they irritable. Hello? You are the exact same way. It says in this scripture, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Trying of your faith. You don't work this hard to get faith, and now the Lord's going to tell you, I'm going to see just what kind of faith you have. Your faith's going to be tried. Your faith is going to be tried. You work that hard to get it, and you says the faith of a mustard seed is what? You can move mountains. But what the Lord is telling you right now is that your faith does no good until it's been tried. It does no good until it's been tried. Because you have no what? Patience. And the Bible says that in your soul rests in your patience. So wait a minute, hold on. Because see, some of y'all feel so innocent. I'm not worried about that. Think about the last time you got frustrated. Your faith was being, it wasn't being tested, it was being to see whether or not your faith can hold up through what you have to go through in life, to what needs to be sustained in life. All right? Now we like to use the word tested. So, come on back up here, Brother Tim. His faith is in this. I need to use you, Brother Anthony. Look like I need to use you. Come on, Brother Anthony. Come on. Brother Anthony, come on. You know why? You know why. It was getting too close. It was fighting. You were fighting. Now, Brother Anthony, you got faith in this chair to hold you. I think you believe it. No, you got faith that it can hold you. Yeah, I have faith you believe it. So he don't believe in the one that's holding the chair. Huh? He don't believe in the one that's got control of the chair that will help him with his. And that's going to try his faith harder. Because now he's holding the faith, but the one that's trying it. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. You gotta help. All right. Woo, Lord, I mean. I'm trying to get you to understand. He has faith, but he wasn't sure about the one that was in charge, whether or not it will work the way he wanted. Hello? His faith was in his ability and the chair's ability, but not in the one that was in. Oh, y'all are missing this, aren't you? Are y'all missing this? No. He had faith in himself. He had faith in what the chair could do. But the one that's in charge of it, that's where he didn't have. And now my brothers and sisters, what the Lord is saying, there's too many of us like that. And we don't know we're like that until it's pointed out to us. You got all kind of faith, but every time something materialistic changes, something that you're able to see changes, something that you think you got some control over changes, you don't have the faith in the one that's in control. Y'all not saying anything. This was, Lord, you made a mistake. They knew this already. Do you understand, people? That's why he's trying to train you up to where you would trust him and not the things you see. Not the things you see. Not the things you see. Not the things that you know, things that you got some control over. He wants you to trust in him. Because if you don't trust in him, then you won't be able to understand that the things that you see. That's why the trying of your faith. Where is your faith? Our faith is in us and things that we have experienced, not in the one who's in. There'll be a question there somewhere. Come on, somebody give me a question. You give me a question, I'll be through shortly.
Can you tell me what that you was talking about, patience and faith?
If you gotta be patient. It says the trial of your faith worketh patience. If you have faith in something, then that faith is going to be tried, and you have to be patient to see whether or not it comes out the way your faith. If you don't, you're going to be a frustrated soldier all your life. And you're going to have the nerve to say that you're doing it his way when your faith hasn't been tried. Now everybody's tried on different levels. Every one of those babies was not changed in the same way. Did y'all see those mothers uniformly change that baby? 1, 2, 2. No, they changed them based upon what? Based upon that individual baby. Yes.
So you said, so basically you're saying like it takes time, like just like they say, it might not come when you want it, but it's on time.
It takes time, yes. It takes time. The Lord works based upon where you are, where your faith is in him. Everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. Yes.
I do have a question. So how do you know when it's not something that you've done to bring a situation, a bad situation on yourself?
Doesn't matter. See, it doesn't matter what the situation is. The question that we're talking about, where is your what?
Where is your faith? Well, okay, well, let me kind of like straighten this out. So if somebody like, so my family is going, through something right now, financially or what have you. And we worry all the time, like, or concerned with like, all right, are we going through this because the Lord is just trying to like show us based on what you're talking about right now? And that's what's getting my gears turning, or are we going through this because we're bringing it on ourselves? And if the outsider sees it, they'll look at it like, oh, well, you shouldn't be going through that. Like, it's something that you're not doing correctly. Like, how do you know the difference between, when you're bringing like calamity or your own stress on yourself, or if this is something that the Lord, I need you to go through this. And I just did a study I just actually was spending time with the Lord and saw a situation with David where he was in the wilderness and kept getting like thrown off by Saul, but in the end he came out to be like king. And I was like, well, maybe we're going through like kind of a similar situation like that. But that was just, and listening to you, it just made me think like, how do I know we're not bringing this calamity upon ourselves or anything for that matter?
Do you understand his question? Do you understand his question? No. Okay, he's asking me, how do you know that if you're going through a problem in your life, that it's not because of something you did, or is it your faith being tried? You understand? Is it because you made some bad decisions, or is your faith being tried? Do you understand that? Do you understand that? That's the question he's asking me, And that's what a lot of people get caught up in. And I'll say to you the same thing that Jesus said to his disciples. Nobody's done anything wrong when you go through situations. It's not because of something you have done. It's so that the glory of the Lord may be made
Manifest.
known. You get focused on what have I done wrong? What am I not doing? Well, now you're caught up in what? Confusion. You're caught up in what? Who's the author of confusion? Because now the devil has got you thinking you shoulda, coulda, woulda, and this would have happened. He got you thinking you can make a bargain with the Lord. You can bargain with him. You can work things out. And the Lord, okay, I'm going to do this if you do this. No, that's not how he is. He wants your faith to be tried. He wants you to be able to lean not to your own understanding. That gummit, that's what you do.
Amen. Amen.
You lean to your own understanding because then you go into that, what have I done? I should have done that. I should have done this. And all he's saying to you, trial of your faith, you have faith in the one that's in charge. Because it doesn't matter what happened. Does it really matter to the Lord whether the devil brought it or you brought it? If it ain't going according to his will, he's going to take care of his child. And he wants his child to believe in him. Am I being that confused? Y'all look at me like. So here's what you got to do. He says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and in time wanting nothing. When the Lord sees how you have developed yourself into knowing that he will take care of you, instead of saying, I hope and pray, or I got to do this for him to do it, I know automatically he's going to take care of me. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter how things are not working out the way I want them to work out. I know automatically, me and y'all get sleepy again. What's it going to take? Y'all got somebody back there, get a bucket of water. Something for them. Boy, it's getting harder, day by day. Ain't been up in 10 minutes. We've got to understand this. We've got to understand what we have got to develop ourselves in our thinking to know that he will. Those children don't know anything about trust, but they're learning to automatically just know. I'm in Mama's hands. Mommy got me. They're not even concerned about whether or not there's a danger somewhere. They don't know anything about what? Danger, do they? Which one of those babies do that they can fall off the edge of that table? Which one of them? Any of them? Do you really believe they knew that? Well, who had them? And they moved just like Mama had them. They would wiggle, they would crawl, they would do everything. Just the faith and knowing that it's okay. I'm in good hands. And if we can live our life like our babies live their life with their mamas, what would that be like? Huh? Yes. Carefree. You have joy. And speaking of joy, you wouldn't be sweating the things that you're sweating right now because you just have it all in here. So if any of you, I like this, because if any of you lack wisdom, does anybody here lack wisdom? Only 3 of us, 4, only 5 of us. So the rest of y'all tell us what we need to do. All y'all wisdom people. Scripture says if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask what? How do you do it? Wait a minute, what do they mean wisdom? What do you think he means when he says if any of you lack wisdom? What do you think he means wisdom? Huh? Not knowing of him. I like his answer, but no, it's not knowing of him. I heard understanding. What do you think he means? Knowing Know what God will do? What do you think he means? Does any of you lack wisdom?
The ability to
How you gonna ask for something you don't know what it is? Come on, Buzz. Lack wisdom.
It's the ability to put the word into action, the ability to use it.
Put his word in action. What do we all try to do? We're all trying to walk down the street called straight. We're all trying to walk down the pathway of righteousness. All right? Well, first of all, don't you want to know how to walk?
All right, amen.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Somebody said straight. Do you want to know what straight is? Because we don't know what straight is in the Lord. So you have to ask him, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Have you asked him? Or have you been trying to, see, we get caught up, we've been trying to discern the spirit. I know that's the Lord. I know it. It must be the Lord. It's got to be. It must be him. How do you know it's him? You have to have confidence. You have to be bold in him. So you got to ask him, Lord, I need some wisdom. What do I do? What do I do? How do I do it? He says you got to ask him. I love it when I hear mothers say, there is no directions on how to raise a baby. Nope. Some things you just have to ask him. What do I do? The baby is dependent on you, the guy. Isn't that right?
Amen.
It's like you depend on the Lord to guide. And the baby has their way of asking you for certain things. You call it crying. Sometimes whining. And how many times y'all look at that baby and say, ooh, just shut up. That baby is constantly asking. They ask for whatever they want. When my grandkids come around me, I hear that way. They be crying. I said, what they want? A bottle? Give them something. That's why give them something. They want something. They're asking. They ask louder and louder. But how about you? Do you ask for wisdom? Do you? I'm almost finished. So you need to wake up now. James 1, it says this. But let him ask him what? Faith. What does that mean? Nothing what? Nothing wavering. What do you think nothing wavering means? No doubt. How does doubt get in there?
Don't have patience.
When we start going to our own understanding. You know how we get to our own understanding? Lord, I know you said turn the other cheek, but you don't know how they are. Lord, I know you said love thy enemy, but these folks are crazy. Lord, I know you said do unto others as you would have them do unto you, but they're always trying to get over on somebody. What do y'all hear?
But.
Wavering.
But. What's the title? That's the but the Lord is saying you need to get rid of.
All right, all right. Amen.
That's the but that's stopping you from going through change. You want to proclaim, you know the word, but you can't handle it when your faith is being tried. To see how strong it is. You make this proclamation, you go through and talk about how good it is and how good you are in the Lord and how you and the Lord are. Now it's being tried on the same level of your proclamation. You proclaim how much how strong you were in the Lord. Now it's being tried on that level. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. You tell somebody. Come on right up here, Brother Timmy. Hold on. In your life, your faith is tried upon what you confess. Hold out to the side. Face them. Which is your dominant arm? Is right. People in Christianity are always talking about how much faith they have in the Lord. They're always boasting about their faith. I believe in God. But as soon as this is his dominant belief line, the strength, but it gets tried.
I thought it was your dominant.
It gets tried. Over and over and over and over. Yeah, Bob.
He needs that arm for this afternoon.
And over. Until he becomes low and humble. Because see, what happens is you get to the point in your life that you think your faith is so strong that you stop trusting in the one. You stop believing in the one. Because of the things you have experienced, the things that you've gone through, things you have, you're working up your, you've had some patience, and you've stopped believing in the one that has your life in his hands. Did y'all understand that? Somebody tell me what the Lord just said.
Can you tell because I've been doing too much
That some of us have been with the Lord for so long, we think, because we've had such experiences with the Lord, that we don't need to call on him. We don't need to have belief in him any longer, because we're going off of what we have been through instead of going off of trusting and believing in him. We're going off of doing things based upon how we have made it through. He brought us through life. He has brought us through storm and rain, but our faith wasn't nowhere near as strong as what it is now. And now that your faith has gotten stronger, so your trials will be. There's 3 of you that are getting this. Your trials will be what? Yes. And you have to continue to reach out and have your faith in him. You cannot rely upon what you have been through. That just helps you understand. He brought you through this, he'll bring you through that. But you cannot let your faith be strengthened based upon your experience. experience. Because when you came through before, you didn't have that much faith. But now your faith has increased, so your trials should also be increased. Job was an upright man. He was the most upright man at that time. And because he was the most upright man, he went through the most trials. His trial was harder than anybody else's. Wife, cattle, and children, everything he had, he lost. I've lost y'all. You must be patient with him. You have to be patient. It says, but let him ask in faith, not wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed. But let not that man think he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Tell me to do something that you think the Lord wants me to do. Somebody, tell me something you want me to do. Tell me to do something that you think the Lord is saying that we should do as a person.
Love your neighbor.
I can love my neighbor as long as they don't come anywhere close to me. But
That was not about it.
I can pray for my family, but they get on my nerves. Because of what? I'm wavering, people. If I don't get you to understand that you waver, every time you go back into your reasoning and your own justification, you're what?
Wavering.
You're wavering. Give me another one. Oh, y'all been out in church, huh?
Somebody out.
Huh?
Yeah. I did something to you.
Do what with you?
Not.
The Lord is not going to tell me to do that. I said something.
Not to curse other people.
Oh, not to curse somebody else out. Lord, I got to curse them out because they won't understand unless I curse them out. That's a but. I have justified myself. That's a but. And I'm not butt naked. Every time the Lord tells me to do something, I throw in a but. Because I don't want to expose myself to everything that I have to do the Lord's will to. I don't expose myself to the people that I have to do these things to. So I put in a but. Anybody get the gist of this? I need to change. I need some change. I would come to church today on time, but I still got my food. I would have been here at 10, but I would have came to rehearsal, but you watch these men on these excuses on Tuesday night. Everyone gonna have a but. God help me to be here on time, because that ain't gonna really challenge me. You understand? We got too many buts. So, and it should come to pass that like as I have watched over them to pluck up and to break down and to throw down and to destroy and to afflict, so will I watch over them to build and to plant, saith the Lord. Just like the mothers had to lay that baby down, mothers have to wrestle with that baby to get that baby changed, right? But the mothers also are the ones who are reclothing that baby and redressing that baby and making that baby smell 3 times better than they were before they laid them down. Do you understand that? That's what God does. He has to get us in a position where we can be built back up. So when your faith is being tried, just go ahead and understand that He's trying to renew you.
Right.
He's trying to what?
Renew you.
Renew you. He wants you to be better than what you were. Every baby that's getting laid down for a diaper change is praying that mommy don't put the same diaper on. They ought to be praying. I wonder what would a mother do if she only had one diaper? Used to be like it was a hard thing. I into sinking, that will be a diaper in the sink, getting ready to be washed.
Amen.
It was a cloth diaper.
You're right.
You can't wash these. You can't wash these other diapers. I know. So watch. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel. With the house. It's a new agreement. It's a new covenant. It's something different. A new covenant. Uh-oh, I lost you. I wait. When your faith is being tried, there's a new covenant being made. There's a new one being made. Every time mama changes that baby, it's a new covenant. And then you know what they usually do when they change that baby? Yeah. They ready to hug the baby there. But when it came time for the change, but after the baby gets changed, they got a new, they feel the closeness. There's a new covenant. Now watch what he says here. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring. In the Old Testament, he took them by the hand. He led them. He led them out of bondage. He doesn't want to do that with you. He doesn't want to have that agreement where he has to take you by the hand to lead you. Oh, y'all don't get that. Isn't that what the scripture said? Maybe I read it wrong. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out. I took them by the hand. I showed them something that their eyes could see, their hands could feel. I allowed them to experience something. So he said, which by covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those things, said the Lord, I will put my law in their what?
Inward parts.
How is a mother putting her law about having to be changed inside that baby? How is she doing it? By doing it over and over and over again. So that baby is important to know that when they're being laid down, a change is going to come. When they're going through a change. And if I can get you to understand that when you're having those times in your life, when those struggles are coming on you, you ought to be able to accept the fact that a change is coming. A change.
We gotta be trained to how to change them. Spirit, they spirit baby. We gotta be trained.
But did you understand? And so when you're being tried, what's going to happen? A change is coming. And a new covenant. You will get stronger than what you were before. Your relationship with the Lord will be bigger than what it was before. I got 3 of y'all. Some of y'all, I got something on the phone. Y'all want these phones?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, thank you for your
Listen. You got to see yourself. You got to understand. Because you go through so much stuff, and without accepting the fact that a change is going to come, you're ready to give it up. You have to understand what's happening. He's got to lay you down. He's got to take that oldness out of you. Whatever it is that's not right with you in the Lord has to be removed. And one of the biggest things is up here. Because the devil's workshop is always busy. Always busy. And so he puts confusion out there and you're not sure. So he tells us, he says, I will put it in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. They shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother saying, know the Lord. That's not what I'm supposed to teach you. I'm not supposed to teach you and say, you need to know the Lord. That's not what I'm supposed to teach you. Because what's going to teach you that is the trial of your faith. That's what's going to teach you that. Yes?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
You need your diaper change? In other words, whenever Dania goes to outside and she's playing and she's sweaty and she's smelly, you keep the same clothes on. Huh?
I'm going to take a shower.
Why? So, what's going to happen? You're going to go through what? Change. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. The Lord has said to you, you're going to go through, when you have your faith tried, you know a change is coming. And you're going to have to go through. Your patience is being worked. To us, it's not as simple as taking a shower. To us, we got to renew our mind. Our mind's not renewed. Remember I had Brother Anthony up here and he was talking about, I got faith, but I don't know if you're going to move that chair. Because he was concerned, his faith was in him, his faith was in the chair, but the one who was in control, he had no what? And so since I'm the one in control, I'm the one you need to have some faith in. I'm the one you need to have the belief in. Not yourself, but who? Because it don't matter what you do. I act just like the mother. The child doesn't know if mom's going to let her fall off the table or not. The child is living a life free. And that's what the Lord wants us to do. That's called joy. Living a life free of worry, free of concern, without having all of these things on us, just knowing that He is. That's all you have to know, that He's what? He is. He's everything.
So faith is a big part of serving the Lord, huh?
Yes, ma'am. But it's faith in Him, not you.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture tells us in James, there are people who have faith, but they don't have any works. But if they have faith, let me show you by my works. Because my faith in Him allows me to do so much more. Other thoughts. Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. Subject was butt naked. What butt was the Lord saying we need to get rid of? The butts cause our doubts. What butts is He saying to get rid of?
And now,
Excuses.
Our excuses. Our excuses causes our doubt. Our excuses causes us to be negative. Our excuses keep us separated from Him. But, and I don't know, brothers and sisters, we all here have to work on the same thing. There are some things the Lord has said to me today. A butt almost stopped me from preaching today. But they're going to get offended. We never did get the moon, y'all. But all the Lord is trying to get you to understand is that you come up with always a reason to keep yourself separated from Him. You always have a reason. And you're going to have to fight against it. Come on, choir. I feel like this was a very difficult one. I don't know if you got anything.
To be the first to see new videos, hit the subscribe button now.